Abby, what's going on? Where are you? Johnny said... Belle.
Hey, I'm sorry to just show up without calling, but I wanted to pick up some toiletries for EJ.
What, the shampoo in the lockup isn't good enough for my brother?
I thought he would appreciate having some of his own things. Would you mind getting it for me?
Yeah, no, I'm not doing anything to help EJ. Not after what he did to my wife.
What did he do to Abigail? EJ did what?
He forced himself on my wife.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure I saw him with my own eyes.
Where did this happen?
At the courthouse. During the recess that the judge gave because of that coughing fit or whatever the hell it was. You remember I ran into you in the hallway? We were about to walk inside, and then I had realized that I forgot my phone in the witness room, so I went to go get it, and there's EJ attacking my wife.
What did he say when you walked in?
Well, after Abigail slapped him across the face, I asked him what the hell he thought he was doing, and he wasn't even the least bit apologetic. Just sat there, staring at me, smug as ever.
Oh my God, I just can't believe he would do something so disgusting.
I was gonna kill him. Abby asked me not to.
You know what, it really doesn't make sense though, because I mean, you were about to get back on the stand and you made it pretty clear that we would be pleased with your testimony, so why would EJ sabotage himself like that?
Because EJ is an arrogant bastard who thinks he can do whatever he wants. Not to mention an entitled pig that thinks he can help himself to whatever he wants. Do you know what he said to my wife? He said that he was gonna take her on the conference table. Take her. I mean, who knows what would have happened if I hadn't showed up when I did.
God, well, no wonder you were so mad when you came back from that recess.
Yeah, well, he's gonna be spending the next decade in prison, so maybe he'll learn to keep his hands to himself.
I am so sorry for what Abigail had to go through. I mean, there's no excuse for EJ's behavior. But he's still my client, and so, if you could just point me to the bathroom, I'll grab his stuff and go.
Ah, Mr. DeMira, we meet again. You're looking a little bit, defeated.
Look, we'd love to stay and chat, DA Trask, but EJ's got somewhere he needs to be.
Well, the only place he should be is downstairs awaiting sentencing.
He's meeting with his lawyer.
I hope not to discuss an appeal.
That's between me and my attorney.
Well, it's your money, but I should warn you, it's a waste of time.
We'll see.
You are so damn arrogant. All of you DeMiras are. For years, I've tried to take one of you down, but you always seem to slither out of trouble. But at last, all my hard work is paid off. And I get the distinct pleasure of sending you one of your kind directly where you belong. Statesville Prison. Mrs. Brady, I heard you have a meeting with your client.
EJ was supposed to be brought up from holding.
No need to file a complaint. Your hubby already brought him to the interrogation room. I'll tell you what I already told Mr. DeMira. This meeting is a waste of time.
Thanks for the input.
He was found guilty. All right, and considering all the damning testimony against him, I don't see how you'll convince a judge to come to any other conclusion.
Why don't you let me worry about that?
Ooh, you must really be kicking yourself, huh? For letting him take the stand like that?
Excuse me?
Any first-year law student knows that a defense attorney never lets their client testify unless it's absolutely necessary. And whew, when you opened that door for me, I was thrilled. But I was also shocked because someone with your experience to make a rookie mistake like that, you must be mortified.
Oh, let me guess. Our esteemed DA is doing a little preening.
Oh, no. She's just showing me all her insecurities. She's a little nervous that I'm meeting with EJ.
I have nothing to be insecure or nervous about. I won.
And is this the part where you say that you're way more of a force than Belle in the courtroom and that you're a better attorney because you're so damn tough?
Seems like a reasonable position considering someone has to have her husband fight her battles for her.
Please.
Listen, I can assure you that my wife is more than capable of defending herself.
Yet here you are, riding to her rescue.
Not at all. Actually, I just know that she's had a really busy last few days, and I just wanted to give her a little break.
the hell are you, Belle? Belle, finally.
Oh, I would have been here sooner, but I had to get this logged for toiletries.
Thank God. I don't know how I'd survive another night without my shea butter moisturizer. That was a joke.
Yeah, I'm not really in the mood.
Right. So, shall we get down to business? What's news with my appeal? What's your plan to stop me from spending the next decade behind bars?
Before we get to any of that, I think there's something you and I need to talk about.
Sounds serious.
It is. I just talked to Chad. He told me what you did to Abigail.
Chad said I did what?
He said you kissed Abigail.
That's insane.
He said he saw it with his own eyes.
When? Where?
At the courthouse, after he had that coughing fit. He said he walked into the witness room and saw you forcing yourself on his wife.
That's impossible.
Well, something happened during the recess that made him furious with you.
It certainly wasn't that I hit on Abigail.
Then why the 180? Why would Chad suddenly decide not to give testimony that would help us after he just implied that he would?
Maybe he was never intending to help us. He could have been toying with us the whole time.
No way. That's not Chad.
I'm telling you, I never left that courtroom.
You sure about that?
Absolutely. During that recess, I was with Johnny signing that agreement you advised me against. You were there.
No, actually, I wasn't. Johnny asked me to give you some privacy, so I was out in the corridor trying to find out when we would reconvene.
You didn't see me leave, did you?
There are other exits. If you left a different way, how would I...
I didn't. The only time I left my seat was when you called me up to the witness stand. If you don't believe me, then ask my son.
If you say you never left the courtroom, then why is Chad so sure he saw you kissing Abigail?
Isn't it obvious? He's lying.
Why? Why would he do that?
He's out to get me, or did you not see him testify to a room full of people that I orchestrated my wife's kidnapping?
EJ, before you made a pass at his wife, he was ready to exonerate you.
For the last time, I did not make a pass at his wife.
Okay, well then for the last time, why would Chad say you did then?
If you ask me, he's being eaten alive by guilt.
Guilt.
For sending me away for something that I didn't do. Chad knows full well that I wasn't behind Samantha's kidnapping. He's conspiring with that moron Lucas Horton to frame me. But if that ever got out, he would be fired from Demira, publicly disgraced, and end up going to prison himself, correct?
Possibly.
That reality must have set in during the recess, and so he decided that he would make sure that the truth would never come to light. By giving false testimony, that would guarantee I would end up in Statesville. And the only way he could live with what he did was to somehow convince himself that I deserve it.
By making up a story that you came onto his wife.
Chad has been so paranoid for so long about his brothers lusting after Abigail, he may have found a reason to, see things that aren't really there.
Oh, so you're saying he's delusional?
I'm saying he committed a betrayal of the highest order. He doesn't have the Constitution for it, so he found a way to cope. He's probably not even conscious that he did it.
Oh, now you sound like my mother.
He came up with something believable, didn't he? I did take that role in Johnny's movie that involved sex scenes with Abigail. It's not a stretch that I would make a play for.
But you didn't.
Of course not. But if Chad believed I did, then for the next decade, he could tell himself that I'm a lowlife and he's a good guy for doing the right thing.
Wow, that is very Machiavellian of you.
Have you met my family?
Okay, well, listen, I seriously doubt that Chad subconsciously is trying to alleviate his guilt, but let's just say he is. Why would Abigail go along with that? Let him tell everyone that you were forcing yourself on her if it wasn't true.
He's her husband. She's going to support him no matter what.
Listen, EJ, I know you're upset, but what you're saying is insane.
It's the only plausible explanation because I swear to God, I never laid a finger on Abigail.
Abby, where are you? Why aren't you picking up? Abby, hey, look, I'm getting worried. Call me when you get this, okay?
Hey, I'm sorry to bother you again. Listen, I just saw EJ, and I wanted you to know he adamantly denied making any kind of pass at Abigail.
Look, that's great. I don't have time for this right now, okay?
Why? What's going on?
I can't find Abigail.